I've actually had to expand this list to 10 so that I can fit in more from a certain company. These are my opinions based on the Eink tablets that I have tried. Your opinions are also valid, so please let me know in the comments. 10's a bit difficult because I think the 10th place in this is probably something that maybe I haven't quite tried. So either the Mobiscribe Wave, that's a great device, or the Galy, or the Quaderno. Mobiscribe did offer to send me one, but they still haven't got around to actually getting me one. I think that it'll be just fine. I think it'll be a good small device, and I like the waterproofing idea, but I don't know yet. The Galy, I'll be honest, I don't think the gallery screen is actually the right tech for tablets at this time. Perhaps that will change in the years to come, we will see. From what I've seen videos featuring this device from the Kickstarters that have shipped, I think this screen looks too slow to be usable. The Quaderno, I actually think is probably quite good, but it's only available in limited regions. But the Sony hardware will be a solid foundation to build on, and the software seems as solid if it's a no frills experience. And they don't seem to be too expensive if you, for example, import them through eBay or somewhere else. So thinking at number 10, I'm best to give it to the Bigme InkNote Plus. I have tried the InkNote and the hardware is good. The Kaleido-free screen can only improve on that. So yep, in at number 10, it's Bigme. I have actually had to send the InkNote itself back, which was the old Kaleido 2 Plus screen, and the InkNote Plus actually features the Kaleido free screen, which brings it in line with the Tab Ultra C. But this is the B1 Pro Max Plus Color, and it is a very similar device to that. And now they've also brought along a light version with less RAM, from 6GB down to 4, and half the storage from 180GB down to 64. But everything else is the same in the InkNote Color Plus and the InkNote Lite. That's good news because they have actually just started updating the software on these tablets, and it's finally filtered its way down to the Bigme Pro Max Plus Color. So Bigme is in at number 10. In at number 9 though is the Nova Air 2. I have the Nova Air 1 and it's my trusted travel, and also it's my bedtime reader. If you want e-ink and apps in your pocket, then this is the size for you. Will Onyx Boox bring a tab at this size with a GPU? Maybe. Will they bring something with a gallery screen? Probably not, the way that that tech seems to be working with e-ink tablets. But the Nova Air line is the best way to get started in the world of e-ink tablets. It's a great way to break the analysis paralysis and get started with e-ink productivity tools. The only problem is that you'll probably buy this and then love it, and then you'll want a bigger one for your desk. Really, these do everything that the bigger Boox devices do. It's just a little bit more cramped doing that on the A6 screen, the 7.8-inch screen. I love reading Kindle on here, and I love using side by side with a quick notepad. But as you can see, you've got full Google Play and access to all the apps, most of which work really, really well. But with any of the apps, do not expect the pen to work as well in those as it does in the Boox note-taking app. It just aren't set up that way. So if you're expecting to buy e-ink and write directly into Evernote or OneNote or draw in any drawing app, I'm afraid there aren't currently e-ink devices that do that really well. And in at number 8 is the Supernote A6X. I've put this above the Boox A6 device because you get all the same features as the A5X. And if you're buying this size, you're probably looking for it to replace a pocketbook. So this device as a pocketbook replacement is an excellent choice. Where it sits between the Nova and this is debatable, but Supernote is focused for notes. It's focused for writing. And if you love carrying around a small notebook for those quick moments of inspiration, but would rather that you didn't have to type them all up when you got back to the PC, let Supernote recognize your handwriting in the background. And both your handwritten script and the typed up version are available on the device at any time. Great device. And I love the care and attention that's gone into the accessories for these Supernote devices, and I love the care and attention that's gone into the software updates. And yeah, it might surprise you that there really is no place for the Lenovo Smart Paper. I honestly don't think that that's going to take the place of the Bigme at the bottom of the list. There's not even a Google Play Store, no App Store at all on the Lenovo Smart Paper, so it can't make my list in my opinion. This video was filmed before the release of the Tab Mini C. After having tried that, I probably expect that would come in above the Supernote A6X, and I would probably take the Nova Air out of the list because I wouldn't buy that over the Tab Mini C. The Kobo Elipsa 2E. If only it had a Wacom pen, it would be much higher in this list. I've recently released the full review of this device, and I had a much better experience with it than I was maybe expecting. It's much improved over the original Elipsa, but it still needs a few software tweaks to make it a much more flowy device, especially for writing. Unfortunately, it's always going to be hampered by this active capacitive pen, which is just way behind the competition, but it is a great reader. It's got a brilliant screen, it's light, and it's tactile, and it's a no-brainer for Kobo fans. And all these e-ink tablets are amazing companions in meetings, so thank you so much to IPEVO for sponsoring this video. Perhaps you've been in a hybrid meeting, you've had that awkward moment where you're having to turn a laptop around to point it at whoever's speaking. Perhaps you have a meeting camera for your conference room, but it's a pain to set up and it keeps on disconnecting. Perhaps relying on the one microphone in your laptop is making group meetings a disjointed and unnatural experience. Perhaps the cost of boardroom cameras has stopped you buying one. IPEVO has sponsored me to tell you how their new Totem range of cameras can make an immersive meeting room environment, and they can keep single or multiple people in view and intelligently cover the whole of a small or medium-sized meeting room. Bring the team together in seconds and plug and play into a single USB port with no need to install the software. The microphones are quality and they include built-in noise reduction. It's amazing how little reverb you get even in a large space. And best of all, they do this at an excellent price. So check out the links in my description for my videos demonstrating their products and links to the products on the IPEVO website. Thanks once again to IPEVO for sponsoring this content. So in at number 6, the Kindle Scribe. It can jump several places if the update paths are what they hope to be. Oh wait, they have updated it really quite well. So it's going to leapfrog both the Remarkable and the A5X. Wow. Meteoric. So in at number 6 is the Remarkable 2. Still a good device many years after its launch. What are we, 4 years after its launch now? It's still a good device. I feel like I've said it many times about this tablet. It really is the OG in this category. Realistically, it's still a solid option. That is, if all you want is a great notebook replacement. Just be honest with yourself about what it can and can't do. And if you like your tech to look nice and be intuitive to use, well, this is probably still the one for you. It does have one of the best battery lives in the whole class. And the keyboard is well designed and the improvements to the actual software are good as well. I just think it's going to be at number 6 at the moment because it is ready for a refresh now. In at number 5 is the Supernote A5X. Still an amazing solution, especially for focused writing. And I'm still hoping to write that novel on it one day. Check out their public software map and their public hardware roadmap, and you can see this is a company doing things right. And still, if I'm looking to write something longhand, I will reach for this excellent e-ink writer's companion. I really love, for example, the background text recognition that they've added in a recent update. They also now have screen share, which works really smoothly via HTTP on the single network. So now in at number 4 is the Kindle Scribe. So let's talk about those updates and how it has improved the use of the device. The Send to Kindle from Word has a use if it fits into your workflow, and the handwriting recognition, well, it does work. This is really quite scruffy handwriting here. It hasn't done perfectly there. It has got that, let's try it a little neater. I personally don't love the aluminium, and personally it's not my favorite pen, but if they improve the drawing and make a basic cloud really useful and give us some way of tagging or searching notes on this device, this could again go higher in the list. It's already by some distance the best reader on this list because of the great screen, the battery life, and the Kindle library. And although I don't ever expect it to be the best tablet, it already has a shout to be best suited for people looking for a reading focused device. I have really enjoyed the pencil tool that they brought to this device for drawing. Give me layers and we're away. The Note Air 2 Plus, for me, this is third, but for some of you who are more keen on reading and note-taking, it might be the top. I'm not keen on reading and note-taking, of course, but productivity is more of a priority for me. The only thing that it's lacking from the Tab series is the GPU, and you need to ask yourself if you really need that. If you aren't too bothered about getting access to any and all of the productivity apps that are out there, you'll probably have found your sweet spot here. The price is lower, the battery is longer, and it comes with a paper-feeling screen protector pre-applied. Plus, you get the full Google Play Store and all of the flexibilities that you expect with Boox devices. If you want to hook up a keyboard and type away, you can still do that. If you want to screen share, you can still do that via Miracast as you would on any Android device. If you want to read side by side with a reading app and a notes app, you can do that. It's very highly recommended by me. Still such a great notebook. Really, every time I pick this up, I remember how much I really did enjoy this device. The Tab X at number 2. Just have to go a bit wider for this. This is the very best of what an e-ink tablet is great at. It's a great reading and note-taking experience on a massive screen. See, one thing about Boox devices is they do take a little bit of time to actually boot up. I do, of course, just leave them on very long-term sleep mode, so they don't sleep for more than a day, but I obviously haven't used this in the last 24 hours. They've got the best out of this screen here. It works great with many Google Play Store apps. But what Boox have really done here, they've opened up a whole new way of using e-ink. This is the device for academics. It's not the device for games. This is the device for reading A4 size PDFs. This is the device for studying and working on documents that are intended for printing at A4. I think that the biggest issue that this device has is anticipating what the next Boox A4 device might be. It's just not enough of an upgrade to recommend that Max Lumi 1 or Max Lumi 2 users should upgrade to it. They could well have been in this list in its place, but really this is the latest iteration of that rather than the first A4 size tablet PC. It's a shame they didn't give us this time a fully reimagined device here with Tab Ultra styling and a keyboard case, but it still remains easily the best 13.3-inch e-ink tablet, and it's second in my top 10. Again though, for many people, this is the one, the Tab Ultra C. I could have easily included both Tab Ultras together here. Really, you can see this is where the Tab Ultra goes as well. But in fact, I put the Tab Ultra just one place behind the Tab X in my last top 5. And because it's the introduction of the color with the GPU to help you run the apps amazingly, and with the keyboard case, which really swings it here for the Tab Ultra C. This is an e-ink productivity machine, and you'll love this device so much that you'll start asking yourself, maybe instead of typing on my computer, maybe I should do that on the Tab Ultra C. Maybe instead of opening my laptop, I'll pull out the Tab Ultra C. For so many different uses, especially things to do with managing my work, Microsoft apps, and my files on this device. There are downsides though. The battery is one of them. And although color e-ink is much improved, if you only wanted to read and write words, then I would still recommend one of the black and white devices. This is easily, objectively and subjectively the best e-ink tablet yet. It is the best for most people. Not all of the people, but certainly for most people. And you can check out my full review of the Tab Ultra here and the Tab X here. And if I've convinced you that you want any of these e-ink tablets, you'll find links to them in the description, which really helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. And of course, there are reviews of all the tablets that I've showcased here on my channel.